The Venusaur drop event is underway, and in this video, I'm going to cover some tips on how to maximize your rewards, minimize your stamina spending, some deck recommendations in how to complete the battle task quicker and easier, and also the rewards that you get, especially the promo cards. Welcome back to another TCG Pocket video, it's Brovinnie here. As with any drop event, you can access it in the solo battle under drop event. And this event will approximately last 2 weeks. There are 4 difficulties, each with their own battle tasks. And most of the time you want to be spending with doing advanced and expert. And you really only want to do beginner and intermediate once, if possible. And that's because the drop rate of the promo packs improve with the difficulty of the event. If you only do expert mode, you'll be able to get the promo pack every single time you win the battle. But to unlock expert mode, you have to clear every other mode before it, and there are battle tasks with each one that you want to complete in order to get some extra hourglass and other rewards. The first thing you need to know is conceding or losing a battle does not consume your stamina. And we're going to use that to our advantage because you can actually complete battle tasks even if you concede. So for example, if you've only put one basic Pokemon into play and you've already beaten the opponent, it will consume the stamina, but you haven't completed this battle task. So what you want to do is concede before you win, and it will still count that you've put one basic Pokemon down. You just have to do 2 more in the next battle. Just to prove to you, I've pre-recorded a video where I put down 3 basic Pokemon for that battle task. And you can see that I've completed 2 of the battle tasks without actually winning. I've conceded, yet I was able to maintain my stamina. This is important because you want to keep those stamina for expert mode to get more promo packs, which have a 100% guarantee rate of dropping, as opposed to spending too much stamina in the earlier difficulties. Naturally, without actually beating the stage, I didn't acquire any of the chance rewards. So that's these things here. And also I didn't acquire any of the clear rewards. The clear rewards are only available 1 time per difficulty. So the tip for beginner mode is to concede until you have all the battle tasks completed so that you only spend 1 stamina and then you can move on to intermediate. Intermediate is a little bit more interesting. You can't just spam only fire Pokemon because as far as I know, there's no fire Pokemon that makes your opponent go to sleep. The other battle task is to knock out your opponent with fire-type Pokemon, so we can try to complete these 2 together, or you can do it separately. You can just run a deck with just Pokemon that put your opponent to sleep, make your opponent sleep 1 time and concede, and then go back to your fire deck. Or you can do something like what I did, and it is to run Drowsy and Hypno so that Hypno can stay on the bench. You don't even need to bring Psychic Energy, and then have Hypno use his ability to make your opponent go to sleep. Of course, it does depend on the coin flips, so you might have to try a few turns before your opponent actually falls asleep, then defeat your opponent. But in this case, it took me so many turns to make the opponent go to sleep, I couldn't beat it by turn 14, so I had to do it again. I just conceded. Just like in beginner mode, I will still get my task completed. With these 2 tasks completed for intermediate, all I need now is a strong fire deck to beat the opponent by turn 14. If you're wondering whether turn 14 counts or does it have to be before turn 14, I'm actually not 100% sure, because I finished this battle task before I could even test it. So if you guys know if exactly turn 14 counts to complete this mission, let me know in the comments section below. So in terms of min-maxing, you want to complete beginner and intermediate in 1 stamina each, then spend the rest of your stamina in advanced and expert. Both of which you actually need to beat the stage multiple times anyway. And that's because in advanced mode, you need to win 5 or more times. So you got a lot more leeway in terms of completing battle tasks. You don't have to do them all at once and then concede. For advanced, I'd say win this battle without your opponent getting any points and win this battle by turn 14. They should come hand in hand in just running a really strong fire deck. Something like a Moltres, Charmander, Charizard deck. So something like this should give you no dramas at all. If you find that evolution takes too long with Charmander and it's not beating the stage by turn 14, which shouldn't be the case because even Charmeleon can do a big amount of damage with super effective typing, or if you just haven't pulled any of these Pokemon, just run any deck that you usually use to do big damage and finish the stage soon, something like Misty and Articuno. Or Pikachu EX with a lot of basic electric Pokemon in your deck. The slightly tricky one is the 1, 2, or 3 diamond rarity battle task. For that one, I use this deck here, Heatmore, Rapidash, and Ninetales. I had no trouble just beating the stage with this deck, even though I had auto mode on. You can also put Blaine in here if you don't have some of these cards. One thing to note though is that you can't use the equivalent in a rare card. So for example, even though this Rapidash is exactly the same as the regular 2-diamond Rapidash, you cannot use this card to complete that battle task. A little bit dumb, but to be fair, that's what the battle task says. You can't use anything besides the diamond cards, not even 4-diamond. As for expert mode, once again we have the same battle task of needing low rarity cards, and again I beat it with the same deck that I use for advanced, even on auto mode. The rest of it is pretty self-explanatory, just try to win as fast and as much as you can. And finally we have confirmation that event hourglass does carry over from one event to another. So if you want to hold on to these for another event, in case there's a drop event that you really want a lot more cards for, then you'll want to hold on to some event hourglass for future events. Lastly, let's take a look at the rewards from this event. You can find the rewards under the Rainanix website, ptcgp.rainanix.cc. I'll leave a link in the comments and description below. Go to Battle, Solo Battle Event, and you see the total rewards given by this event in the first clears, so the one-time only rewards. You get 20 Hourglass, 500 Shine Dust, 4 shop tickets, 250 EXP, some event hourglass, and some wonder hourglass. I'm a big fan of wonder hourglass, especially with the amount of God Pack hosts in my Discord right now. Then the repeat rewards. Well, it depends on which difficulty you do, how many you're going to get, and it's a chance thing. So let's click into Venusaur drop event. You can see that there's approximately a 50% chance of getting the promo pack in the beginner stage. So you want to avoid that as much as you can. It improves to 64% into intermediate, and then 80% in advanced, and then 100% for expert. You'll probably still want to do advanced a few times because one of the battle tasks which gives you 4 wonder hourglass is win 5 battles or more. But once this is done and everything else is done, you'll want to stick to just expert mode, which has 100% of giving you the promo pack every single time you beat it. But not only that, shop ticket chance of dropping also improves with difficulty of the stage, from 38% chance to 75% chance in the highest difficulty. Shine Dust actually remains the same in all stages. You always get 25 Shine Dust. So make sure you stick to expert as much as you can. And the game tells you to anyway. You gotta beat it 20 times to get all of the rewards. As for the promo cards this time around, we actually been through this during the data mine video already, but let's take a look at it again. Card pack list in Rainanix website. Click on Promo Pack A Series Volume 2. That's the Venusaur drop event promo pack. You can see the rate of cards dropping. 1 diamond rarity has a 72%, 3 diamond rarity has 16%, and 1 star rare has a 12% chance of dropping. So that's the Venusaur. So if we scroll down, you can see the 5 cards that can drop from this event. I actually don't have any Greninja at all, so this event is perfect for me. There's a 16% chance of that card dropping. But you really want to maximize your stamina use for this event if you're after the Venusaur, because only about 1 in every 10 promo packs is expected to have a Venusaur. So good luck on that. But do these cards actually matter? Are they just alternative artworks? Well, it turns out not all of them. Let's take a look. For Venusaur, yes, it has a beautiful artwork. It uses Mega Drain, does 80 damage, has 160 HP, but it's actually just the same as the regular Venusaur you can pull from your pack openings. For Greninja, I gotta say this art isn't too different to the regular Greninja. It's the same in pretty much all regards, with a slight change in the art compared to the non-promo Greninja. Haunter is where it starts to get interesting. Haunter uses surprise attack, flip a coin. If tails, this attack does nothing, but it only requires 1 energy. So the average attack damage is 25 for 1 energy. Compared to the normal Haunter, it's 30 damage, 1 energy. And the normal Haunter actually has 10 more HP, so the promo one only has 70. So this was a pretty awkward one to add to your deck. On average, it's going to do less damage to a normal Haunter and has less HP. And unfortunately, you can't have 2 of this Haunter and 2 of the regular Haunter. This was the case for Mankey. Even though the attacks and the actual stats are different between the promo and the non-promo, you still can't have 4 Mankey in a deck. So ultimately, you gotta choose one or the other. For Onix, it's actually just the same as the regular Onix, 70 damage, 110 HP. But there is a second promo card that's different this time. It is Jigglypuff. By the way, this Jigglypuff can be used for the intermediate battle task because it's a normal type and it can sing straight away and make your opponent go to sleep. It doesn't even require a coin flip. It does require an attack compared to Hypno though. Hypno is an ability. The reason I didn't use Jigglypuff for the battle task is because, well, I haven't actually got it yet. Compared to normal Jigglypuff, it does 30 damage for 2 energy. Unfortunately, it seems like the promo Pokemon tend to have lower HP. Once again, 10 HP less than the regular Jigglypuff. And given that I know there are a number of Wigglytuff users out there, and that this card is quite annoying because it forces you to go to sleep and does 80 damage, adding Jigglypuff that already makes you go to sleep to start with before you even evolve, and it doesn't require much energy at all, just makes Wigglytuff all the more annoying. So I think there's a slight improvement to the Wigglytuff line because of this promo Jigglypuff. So of course, where possible, try to get all 5 cards, but I would personally suggest that you get some Haunter, some Jigglypuff, just to make sure you've got all the variants for attacks covered for future deck building. The other 3 are the same, but they do have nice alternative arts to them, so try and get some of those as well. Thank you for watching, guys. Let me know if you have any questions about this event or the rewards or promo cards you get from them. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe.